Welcome, beautiful family and friends of Teresa. I hope you're excited for our upcoming ceremony, embodying our inner abundance. My name is JF, Jean-Francois from Montreal, Canada. I've been a spiritual coach, teacher, just sharing my inner journey. And I'm going to be a guide for you for this small ceremony. And I hope this has a domino effect in your day to day. So let me explain you what we're going to do here. So our game plan quickly is we're gonna start with 20-minute opening, just breaking the ice. We're gonna do a circle of sharing, quick words, intention. How do you feel? And then we're gonna do a small activity, breakout rooms, to allow you to feel your clairsentience. I'm gonna explain it on that day. Then we're gonna go to our 50 minutes, maybe an hour abundance currents meditation that I'm gonna explain right now. We're gonna share our experience, share our insights, our downloads, and by sharing, it's gonna give permission to others to really uh, understand the whole experience that happened. Because sometimes when we connect with the non-physical, we are stuck in ego or doubt, and we're like, oh, did I imagine this? Was this right or not? So the sharing part is really going to help integrate. And the last 10 minutes are going to be used to do a circle of closure where we're going to each share some visions that we want to manifest in our life. So, how do we meditate? We need to stay the spine straight, sitting up. This is not going to be a lying down. And why sitting up is because we are antennas and we are connected above with the divine masculine and below divine feminine, and it's a cord, right? We take all the energy that from it is coming from the underground, the dark energy, the black, the underworld, that it goes into the earth chakra, that is more like red menstruation blood, that goes into the root, and all that life force moves up step by step. When we're fully integrated, embodying our root, there's so much energy. It wants to move up. It wants to give energy to the sacral. It wants to give the energy to the solar plexus, and then gives energy to the heart. It's really at that point that the heart start expanding, blossoming. When the three lower chakras are stable, they are the foundation of the physical world. And most of the time, they are unbalanced or weak because of trapped emotions or because we don't really build a communion with them. And that's what we're going to do here. You can lay your hand on your laps. The goal is just to have them comfortable. You don't need to do any mudras. We want to keep the chest open, spine straight, and then kind of like your neck looking up far away, jaw open, right? And like this, the energy is going to move into the throat more easily. We want to keep our body still for the whole meditation. So it's going to be very hard at the beginning doing this because your body is going to be like, oh no, I want to move. And there's going to be a lot of like tension, resistance. And then you're going to have to be in control of your body. So the first maybe 30 minutes of the meditation, you're going to be dealing with a lot of resistance. And this is totally normal. Even advanced meditators are still have to go through all those resistance. So we're talking about thought patterns, emotion, resistance about the comfort of the body, the environment, the identity, the expectation about the meditation. Oh, nothing is happening, or whatever. I was expecting this beautiful meditation, but no, I'm stuck in my mind. Most of the time, the breakthroughs they come after overcoming all those resistance. So towards the end, so we might have like what we think the worst meditation ever, and then we just hang out hang in there, and then towards the end of it, boom, we have like something that blossom out of nowhere, because mystical experiences, they always come out of the unknown. After really we surrender, we let go, we relax into it, and we don't need to have any expectation. We don't need to have any experiences. We're really like surrendering to the one infinite creator, where we're giving away the steering wheel. I usually prefer meditating with eye covers, and I use my bows to really like put me in that kind of like bubble. So we are cells in the mind of God. We don't say in the body of God. We say in the mind of God because the whole universe is mental. It's all thought patterns. So the first thought of the universe was, what if I can experience myself? And by just having this thought, boom, this is a operation that happened. And then in the total infinite uh, eternal nothingness, blackness, this thought created the Big Bang, which created light and then started creating the whole universe. So here we can see a black hole, how it looks like. And in the middle of the black hole, that's the densest part of the universe, of the singularity. That is the symbol here that is similar to the symbol of the sun and similar of symbol of God. So the point represents singularity and the circle represents the physical, the most extreme possibility of like dense matter in the universe. So there's like different dimensions above until the singularity. And then the circle is also like the cycle of life, right? Of never ending birth and rebirth. We have a torus field here around the black hole. So everything is a torus field. I'm going to show you this. Before, like God, when it spread that light, we can see it as white light that is start splitting into different possibilities, different facet of God, different experience. And most of those experiences are seen in the rainbow of light, which is our chakra system. So we need to embody each of those layers of love, each of those layers of abundance through each of the chakras. So the chakras, they are in front and in the back. So in the front is the feminine aspect of the chakra, and the back is the masculine. And then we have the root that shoot down, that is connecting to Mother Earth, the divine feminine. And we have the crown that shoot up, that connect to the divine masculine. And they both merge. The crown is actually white violet and merge with the red in the higher heart. So the higher heart is like around like the thymus gland here between your heart and your throat, and that is the seed of uncontrolled love that is there. Each chakra has a primary feminine or masculine. So, for example, the sacral is primary feminine and it merged with its opposite, that is the throat, the primary masculine. And that's because of the dance of color. So, blue is a primary color and its opposite is orange, secondary color. Each chakra is linked to a body, is we can call like a non-physical body. So like the first body, the red is the physical, the orange is the emotional body. We have like the green, that is the astral body that allow us to travel in the astral. The white is the etheric body that allow us to connect with higher realms, higher beings, and so on. Each chakra, when it's fully in communion, balance, vibrate a specific frequency on the scale of a solfeggio. So those are the frequencies that we're going to see here, how they look like, and that's what we're going to be creating in this meditation. So as I said, everything in there is a torus field. Every cell is a torus field. Every body of your energy field is a torus field. Every chakra is a torus field. So we're going to be feeling those torus field in this meditation by visualizing it. The second step is going to be visualizing that those sources of a pulsating frequency. A frequency is not a line, it's a sacred geometry pattern that looks exactly like that. And then here an example of like a coherent sacred geometry pattern versus like a frequency that is, I would say, more into negativity that can eventually create like cancers. So that's a disorder, it's chaos, right? And here we have the frequency of the sacral chakra. That's how it looks like. So let's do a quick exercise just to make you understand our process here. So close your eyes, take some nice slow breath. Bring your attention to your heart center. You can visualize a green light. Where attention goes, energy goes. And then imagine that you're driving a car. You have two hands on the steering wheel. You're on the highway. It's a beautiful sunny day. You look on the right, you see a mountain. You see birds flying. You bring back your attention in front. You can see cars on the highway. You look up, you see the sun. You look on the left, you see a car passing by. And that's it. You can reopen your eyes. So that's a easy exercise to show you what is imagination, right? So try to understand and maybe journal where all those images were happening in your mind. Was it in front? Was it in the back of your brain? Was it in darkness? Was it a sense of knowing? Was it vivid as I'm seeing with my eyes? Right? Try to really like express how was your experience, and then slowly we're gonna start bringing more and more understanding on this faculty of the brain. When we are using imagination, we are using our third eye chakra. And what is the difference between imagination and clairvoyance? It is very, very similar. It is happening the same way. It's not going to be as vivid as like we go into a psychedelic experience. It's going to be very like blurry in the back. It's like, oh, am I really seeing this? And then it's going to be coming with like a sense of confirmation. So maybe a pulsation in my third eye here in the front, on my forehead, or in my heart center, or goosebumps. Those are all confirmations, clairsentient confirmations that what I'm seeing is truth. I'm not making it up. So sometimes we might start with imagination by creating the vision, and it helps with the intention. And then slowly things are going to come to us. When they come, we receive them. That's clairvoyance. We're receiving messages, insight, downloads. And the moment we start receiving, we need to start narrating in our mind what we are seeing. By narrating, we are acknowledging that we are receiving, and then the visions start moving. Example. Uh, let's say now for this example of the car, I'm driving. Okay, I created all this vision. I'm there, and then something else happened. I see a horse running on my left side. I need to start expressing. Oh, I see a horse running on my left side. This horse is beautiful, white, happy, joyful. And as I start narrating it, the whole story start changing and moving. And then there's a language into this. So a horse has a specific meaning. Later on, after our practice, we can start journaling. Okay, I saw a horse. It was like this, like that. And then I can go on Google. What is the spiritual meaning of the horse? What is the spiritual meaning of what? And slowly I start finding clues to build my puzzle. So it's different symbols. It can be numbers. It can be animals. It can be archetypes like a king, a queen, a princess. It can be a being, it can be colors. Those are all different symbols that we need to interpret and then build all our clues to build our puzzles. So that's what we're going to do in the meditation here. First, we're going to create the torus field of each chakra. We're going to pass 5 minutes per chakra. We're going to start with the root. I'm going to visualize the red torus field shooting down. And then I'm going to visualize that the fractal of coherence are pulsating out of this torus field. And then I need to stop like visualizing and just allow myself to just be in those fractals. I just know, it's a sense of knowing in my heart that it's happening, and I feel it at the same time. I feel all my cells boiling. I can feel my pelvic floor pulsating, tickling. Everything start vibrating faster. And then at that point, I might start receiving some vision, some insight, some downloads. But if I'm still in imagination, I'm in separation. So that's why the third step is very, very important, where I am one with the fractal of coherence. And when we create those fractal of coherence, what's happening is that everything starts restructuring in oneness. All those cells start working together. We become one being instead of like those cells are in separation or in chaos and fears. Most of the time when we have like pain, wounds, traumas, it is because we have different section of the body or organs that are living by themselves in separation, in chaos, as I show the cancer cell that was not vibrating in coherence. So let's go over all the chakras. So the root is connected to Mother Earth. It's our direct portal to be in communion with the Divine Mother, which is the ultimate representation, embodiment of the Divine Feminine. What is the Divine Feminine? It's the most mature aspect of the feminine energy that is kind of like a sense of a goddess, that is the ultimate abundance of the physical reality, right? Mother Earth is providing unlimited water, air, food, right? It is the ultimate representation of abundance. And then by embodying our motherhood, our nurturing love, our caring, right? We're like when I pour water on the plant, and then I'm making sure that the plant has the right environment to grow, right? I'm always like aware. I'm conscious. I'm saying loving words to that plant. That's what I create here. This divine feminine energy within me, and and then by feeling it in my root, I'm in communion with Mother Earth. I'm sensing, oh, okay, Mother Earth is telling me to be like that. Right? She's a mirror basically of our inner divine feminine. When we are fully embodying the root, we are living in stability, safety, security. It is the foundation of financial stability. We feel that we are always somehow like the physical reality is always going to be providing for us. We don't need to worry. We are always guided. We don't need to be scared of walking the street by ourselves. We don't need to be worried about what's gonna happen if I miss my flight. Or it's like my root chakra is gonna be really like a mirror of what is happening in the physical reality in sense of stability, safety, and security. So if I feel all those energies within, then I'm gonna manifest it outside, because that's how it works. The whole universe is frequency, thought patterns that turns into energy, that then turns into different layers of dimension that eventually become the matter. Matter is the last form, is the slowest. So if you want to change our physical reality, change our body, we need to change that frequency, that thought pattern that is linked to an energy that is linked in that area of the root chakra. And that's the same for each of the chakras. So for the sacral, it's linked to the storage, the power bank of the life force. So the sacral has a portal that is linked to the infinite astral, infinite love energy, infinite chi energy, and then we store all that energy in our inner womb. Men also has a womb. It's called the ara. So we have an energical womb where we store all that energy. Right? When we eat, we go store all that energy. The animals that go into hibernation for the winter, they eat, and then they go store all that energy there to be able to survive the winter. The sacral is a primary feminine chakra with the element of water. It's really about movement, flow, embodying our like belly dancing. And then slowly we start embodying passion. We don't find passion outside. We embody passion for life when we are fully in communion with our sacral. And then through this we become like a sexual being, right? And through that sexual energy we create life. We can create physical life, but we can create projects. So we can move that sexual energy to create, to be a creative being, and move it into my heart to create something from my heart, to move it in my third eye to create ideas, and so on. The solar plexus is our inner sun. It's the fire energy. So by connecting with the sun, feeling it, talking to it in telepathy, and embodying within, when I'm connecting with my inner sun, I'm radiating light to inspire other. I feel I have the will to create in this physical reality from all that energy that moved from the root to the sacral. I'm taking action. It's linked to my belief of my understanding of my uniqueness, of my identity, my personality, right? So I know all my strength, and I believe in myself, and I believe in all my powers to create in the physical reality. The heart chakra, that is green, and the higher heart is pink. is our channel to the soul. That's how we communicate. We communicate to light language. A light language is code, light codes, like different symbols that passing through the light, and then through this there's frequency passing through the heart, and there's a sense of knowing and intuition passing through the different clairs, clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience, claircognizance. And through this, I'm in communion with my soul, that is awareness living in the energy bodies. I can also be in communion with other beings that I don't see in the physical reality, that are in higher dimension. I can be in communion also with God. That's all passed through the channel of the heart. That is the string that connects everything in the universe, in the quantum field, in the infinite grid, right? Where everything is connected in oneness, in love. And that's really through the heart that we feel compassion for others, because through that string we can feel what they are feeling, and then we can feel the depth of peace that we're going to talk at the end, that is linked to the nothingness, the total silence of God in that black hole. The truth is our communication for truth. Truth is not facts, right? Truth is an expression of the heart. So a lot of people are speaking facts about like different maybe conspiracy theories or things like that, but they're speaking it from falsehood. We say from falsehood because they are speaking from ego instead of speaking from love and compassion, right? And understanding and acceptance of the dark side. And it's our communication. Our communication is also linked to our body communication, also linked to any type of like frequency, and listening, actively listening. Therefore it's linked to clear audience, and we express our wisdom, right? By the way that we embody our energy, our chakra, our body is gonna be the posture is gonna be different, right? And slowly we embody wisdom, we embody all that abundance within, and people they see it intuitively. They're like, oh, this person has something, right? This person is like radiant. So that's the communication here to the throat. The third eye, the purple or indigo chakra here, uh, it's linked to intuition. So mainly clairvoyance, but all sort of intuition. We use imagination as we did during this exercise. And then we create thought through like an intention. I'm sending a thought to the quantum field, to the universe, to different beings, to God, in telepathy, of a request, what I want to create. And then I'm receiving the possibilities through my heart. That's how I manifest. And then the crown is a divine masculine. Everything that is above me is my spirit guides, my higher self that live in a higher dimension. It's the different layers of God, so the archangel and so on. There's so much support that comes out of like a structure, an order, guidance. And then slowly I started embodying a crown of light, embodying the king of my inner kingdom, right? I become the god of my inner universe. And then also with the crown, I can start channeling information. I can start channeling light language, light codes, beings, right? I feel them entering my channel. Eventually, towards the enlightenment process, I start feeling my higher self entering my channel, embodying fully my higher self. And this is a color of that is violet and white as we go towards more and more radiance of white above. And when we finish moving and feeling all those chakra, 5 minutes per chakra, and I'm going to be guiding, like reminding you on all of those energy that we talked about. We're going to be feeling the Merkaba, which is our light vessel. So it's two pyramids. So there's the feminine pyramid, and then there's the masculine pyramid that is reversed. Both are spinning on opposite side. You don't need to really like figure it out. Just know that it's happening. Just have the symbol in mind, and then know that it's happening all around you. And it's gonna start creating this disc here that is very very similar to the disc of the black hole, because within your heart, the center of the Merkaba, we're going to find the ultimate black hole that is very very similar to any black hole in the universe. That is the biggest black hole we found so far is the black hole of the galaxies, right? That looks a bit like that. In the depth of that black hole, there's total silence. There's the densest part of the universe, the singularity, that is ready to burst to birth something new, to create a new Big Bang, to create a new universe within the universe. And that's how we create the multiverse. So in that black hole inside of my heart, I'm just going to visualize it. And then slowly I'm going to visualize the black hole in every cells of my body, because each cell is a torus field. Therefore, each cell has its own black hole. Slowly I'm going to start feeling that I'm filled with black hole, and I become only black hole. And I forget about my physical body, and I feel that I'm floating. It's not my physical body that is floating. It's just my awareness. It's just an awareness that is floating in the infinite space, right? And then I let go of fear. I'm just surrendering, and then I just let myself like float into the river, the infinite river of God. And then by fully feeling that sensation of floating in total nothingness, this total silence, this is really at that point that we're gonna find the depth of peace, that depth of reboot for our soul and energy body, that depth of rest. Because even at night when we go to sleep, our soul is not really resting. Our soul is experiencing different facet of our subconscious mind, different timelines or different multiverse or different communication with different beings, right? So the only way to really have a break for the soul is to go in that space of nothingness. So that's how we're going to understand the depth of fear. So you don't need to worry here or to understand all those concepts here. I'm going to be guiding every step of the way. Just allow yourself to surrender to the unknown, right? It's really like removing any expectation. That's the goal here for this practice. And we're going to be sharing, and then I'm going to be sharing the recording after, that you can do it later in your on your own pace. So I'm super excited. Thank you so much for your patience going through this video, and then thank you so much for your trust. And I'll see you guys on Saturday. Thank you.